We have a new teacher in our history department this year.
Mr. Pavlovic is teaching U.S. history this year, and our very own photography and art teacher, Miss Asha, was actually his art teacher back when he was in middle school. Reporter Ignacio Miguel explored their student-teacher history that made their reunion so special.
Thanks, Evan. I spoke with both Miss Asha and Mr. Pavlovic about their brief school journey together and what that meant and still means today.
Although most of us tend to forget about our past educators, after a year or two, there are those who leave a special mark on our hearts that motivate us to strive for a better, more successful future. A perfect illustration of this lies within the story of UT graduate and CPHS art teacher Miss Asha and her former student Mr. Pavlovic, better known as Mr. P, who also graduated from the University of Texas and is now working as a U.S. history teacher here at CPHS.
When Mr. Pavlovic was hired here at CPHS, I was so excited. I was freaking out. I emailed Ms. Fortenberry right away and I was like, oh my gosh, tell me this is true. I was really excited. I high-fived him as soon as I saw him and gave him a big hug. I'm so proud that he's working here and we're really, really blessed to have him here on our campus.
I specifically remember she was always like just super, super nice and a really warm person. And whenever she would look at me, I basically would smile a lot. I couldn't help but smile because she was so nice.
Ms. Asha also claims that having Mr. Pavlovic as a coworker has been a splendid surprise, as she has seen Mr. P grow up and come full circle.
Mr. Pavlovic was a very memorable student. He was so funny, and of course, the first thing everybody notices about him is how tall he is. He's been that tall since he was in 8th grade, but he's always been so charismatic. All of the things that he said in class were very intelligent and thoughtful things. He's just an all-around great human. You know, it's really funny having Mr. Pavlovic as a coworker. The first thing everybody said to me is, oh, doesn't that make you feel old? It doesn't make me feel old, it makes me feel proud.
Both Ms. Asha and Mr. Pavlovic are aware of how critical a teacher's connection with their student is and how it can affect their effort and the choices they make in the future.
I love seeing students come full circle and becoming teachers. I have a few students now that are in different universities to become teachers as well. But I also think it's really important, whether you're going to a university or thinking about a vocation, that you see yourself in the space that you want to be in and that we give students the opportunity to visit those spaces so they can dream big.
One of the things with Miss Asha is that she taught me this lesson about how building relationships with students and kind of being a positive influence in someone's life can be more important than what you might actually teach them in your class, because if I'm being honest, I'm bad at art. I didn't become a really great artist from one middle school class, obviously, but you know, she really did kind of teach me that importance of just being there for students and, you know, being kind of a safe place for them. So she definitely was influential.
We're all very happy to hear this mentality coming from our teachers.
If you would like to give Mr. P a visit to welcome him as a new member of our staff, you can find him in room 2016.
And if you're interested in photography, consider giving Miss Asha a visit on Thursday, September 19th during DEN for Photography Club in room B113.
We'll be
Hey
right
there,
back.
Evan Vines here. If you liked what you saw, make sure to hit that like button. And if you enjoy all things CPHS, hit subscribe. Have a great day or not, the choice is yours.